We're not even on the right scene for the intro. This is the... Oh, God! What have I done? You know what? Fuck it. It's fine. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dave. And that's Chris. And we're going to watch Invasion of the Bee Girls, where women get freaky deaky with their manses, and then their manses die because they're made of bees. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We haven't really done too much of a deep dive for this.
I will say,
as typical, it seemed like a good idea at the time fashion.
Now I will say, if in the edit I do not see at least 2 of this clip, and then here's a clip, and I will send it to you because I already have it, of the Nick Cage going, "The bees!" I will be sad. So count along with us in how many times that clip appears. So this movie is in 4:3 behind us. You can see the official movie art is what's displaying behind us. Directly behind my head is a woman whose breasts are covered in a towel. And not wrapped around, but just kind of hanging around her neck.
It's just chilling.
Which is why I did a quick scrub for boob. No boob.
We are boob free.
That could end up being dead wrong because I literally went across and back.
We'll find out together. This I think might be the newest movie we've ever done.
Yeah, probably.
I think the only other one that we did in the 70s was Puff the Magic Dragon a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, this seemed like a good idea at the time, as the name of our series would, show. Never usually a good idea.
Let's go.
Yeah. Were you waiting for a response?
No, it just was black screen that long. This one is much louder than the last one.
Yes.
And we can pull the audio from the YouTube links if we need to, yeah?
Yeah.
For balancing? Okay.
Yeah.
It does not look like a bee. Nor does that. That looks like an old dude.
Yes, that man is dead.
That was a corpse.
He's driving awfully slow.
John Doe.
John Doe's a legitimate name, Captain Peters.
What do you got?
His wallet was under the bed. His name was Grabowski.
What is this intro?
What is the weird, mouth harp shit? Bung bung ding ding down. Oh, they knew no one was going to take them seriously. Right?
Oh, you're doing the I should fucking Ren and Stimpy over here.
This feels like Cat Dog fucked Deliverance. Fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doctor Who.
Also, shout out to
Just,
TWA,
one
which
more
doesn't
question,
exist
Mr.
anymore.
Grabowski. I know how difficult this must be.
The wet ass?
Did your
No.
husband have any previous history of heart trouble?
It was an airline that was started by Howard Hughes.
Anything else?
That lasted until the early 2000s.
One of the things, coronary thrombosis.
Yeah.
Meaning?
A clot in the right and left ventricle, formed by coagulation of the blood, due from extreme exhaustion.
Was he fooling around?
Was he ever?
I have so many questions.
How did you know he was fooling around? Was his dick wet? Like,
Oh, so
Like I
you
said,
just his
I
blood
was in the next
coagulated from
toilet. I didn't
extreme
hear anything,
exhaustion?
Not a sound.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Be careful.
Well, except maybe for one thing.
Go ahead.
They left the TV set on.
Do you remember what was playing?
No, it was after it went off the air, I mean. I could hear it humming.
Humming.
You know.
Yeah. You remember what time that was?
Oh,
Those are buzzing
about 10
bees, bud.
p.m., I guess. I don't know.
Anything else?
Sheriff Department.
No, that's everything.
Well, thank you very much for your cooperation, Mr. Ferris. We know how to get in touch with you.
They have all that written down.
I've got it. We'll be right over.
I don't know if it means anything, but check the local TV stations.
Right.
What's the matter?
They just found another body.
that
What is
fucking
this
music.
song?
Hi. What can I do for you?
I'm Neil Agar, State Department Security.
Oh, yeah. All right, it's been a madhouse around here. Somewhere in this massive bureaucratic garbage is your telegram. Sorry I couldn't meet you at the airport myself.
Oh, that's okay. Could I take a look at the Grabowski file, please?
Oh, yeah. When the stitches come out,
They're out.
I've been briefed. They asked me to help keep you out of trouble. What happened?
Nothing much, really. I guess they sent me down on this one. It looks like an easy one after that last one.
That's what I figured. I don't know what the government wants in this one for. It seems innocuous enough.
Well, the Pentagon likes to keep their eye on government-sponsored research facilities like Brand. You know.
Incidentally, we had another one.
Another what?
Another death. Heart attack, massive coronary. I'll schedule an autopsy.
There's some...
Hang on.
Oh yeah, it didn't go the way I wanted it to, but I listed off every moment that there is nudity in and sex. Moderate sex and nudity.
Kneels
There's a
down
solid
off
5
screen and
minutes.
it's implied she gives him oral sex. Okay, that's fun.
Buddy at Brand, Captain?
No, kid at the factory. You think the government wants in that one, too? Was there all the time.
Killed you a heart failure? Thanks, Cap.
Hi.
Hi.
Neil Agar, I'm expected.
Okay. Sorry, it's Peter over there.
Thank you.
Can I help you?
Agar, that's the name of a plant that grows in the ocean. I know that because of Dave the Diver.
His office.
I will leave you. Please call reception.
Boing, 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 boing.
Hey, I'm really sorry. This place is really impressive. Who's in charge?
I am.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I'm Neil Agar, State Department Security. I'm here to investigate Professor Grabowski's death.
What can I do for you?
Well, you assisted him, didn't you, on his bacteriological warfare report?
That's right.
Could I see the file, please?
That's highly confidential information.
You wouldn't want me to pull rank on you, would you?
If she's working at that facility, her rank is higher than his. He's just a cop.
Correct.
Now, may I see the file, please?
No, because you're not nice.
And you're a narc.
Well, Mr. Paul...
And you have weird bing bong music.
How dare you go through my things?
That's just part of the job. But you were the last person to see him alive, and you had dinner with him on the night he was murdered.
Why do you say murdered?
Sorry.
Well, we had dinner that night. Whenever we work late, we always have dinner. Gretchen knew about it.
Gretchen?
His wife.
How convenient.
All right. You might as well know. We went to dinner at the Flamingo Bar and Grill. And by about 10 o'clock, we were playing kneesies under the table and having dessert, like the good old days. And then we went to the motel, and then it happened.
What happened?
We bawled, and we bawled, and we bawled, till he dropped dead.
Touché. Let's go to lunch.
We balled? They played basketball?
Dude, ball is life.
Nothing ever really happens here. So we have to find ways to amuse ourselves. We never really get a chance to get down to L.A. There are a lot of sex games that go on here. Wife swapping and a lot of related nonsense. Scientists really aren't any different from the rest of humanity. Just a bit more inventive is all. Excuse me. Am I boring you, Mr. Edgar?
Oh, I'm sorry. You were saying?
All of Jack's friends are notorious Don Juans.
Do you know that from your own personal experience?
Still doing your job, Mr. Ager?
Do me a favor, will you? Just call me Neil.
That's Dr. Merger. He's head of reproductive biology. His pet project is the study of the two-way transmission of sensory sexual information. He's quite alone, though. I've yet to see him in the company of a woman. Kind of ironic for a sex researcher.
Was he straight?
I haven't the vaguest.
He seems kind of uptight.
I'm pretty sure she's the mad scientist.
Yeah,
We're
probably.
about to find out. Yeah.
I can't believe he's gone.
I didn't know Grabowski had a bad heart.
No one did. I sure like to meet the girl he was with.
At least there couldn't have been too much pain involved.
I mean, how would you classify that? Accidental manslaughter? You know what I've always hoped? That when my time comes, it'd be a few seconds of ecstasy. And then, oblivion. Now just think about it, boys. Coming and going at the same time.
That's a good line.
Yeah, that is a good line.
Hello. Gretchen Grabowski. Yes, this is she. It's very important we have a talk. Who is this? I knew your late husband very well. Who? I was the last person to see him alive. If you know what I mean. I was with him in the motel.
I don't know what you're talking about. My husband never...
Don't lie to yourself. It's very important we meet. It's a matter of his good name. You understand? Yes, I understand. Okay, I'll pick you up at the corner of Pine and Hill in half an hour.
I, for one, I'm gonna miss him.
Oh, dumb horny bastard.
You gentlemen mind if I join you?
Please, sit down.
Thank you. I'm Neil Agar, State Department Security.
Christ, they didn't fly you all the way here for this, did they?
Well, Professor Grabowski was involved in government research, wasn't he?
Oh, I know, but God almighty, every time somebody gets a nosebleed, you guys run a security check.
Well, doing what you fellas do, we kind of have to keep our eye out for you.
But you didn't watch Grabowski close enough, did you?
You're...
Herb Klein.
Herb Klein, yeah, that's Strategic Alternatives.
Right.
And
Stan Williams, Genetics.
Stan Williams.
This is Aldo Ferrara, head of Department of Diagnostics and Clinical Biometrics.
Glad to meet you. Thank you. Listen, please forgive us. You know, naturally, we're quite upset. Jack. It was a very special man.
I see. Oh, I take it then he was a good friend of all of you.
Yeah, very good friends.
It should happen to me.
Who's the lady?
The Queen Bee?
On the rocks.
Dr. Susan Harris.
She runs the Comprehensive Entomological Lab along with Dr. Norstad, who heads the department.
It's all right. It's all right. Let him get an eyeful of her, because that's all he's going to get.
It's coming, Olive. Iceberg. Iceberg.
Remember, boys, there's always the 6/7 below the surface.
She is human Bumblebee.
If anyone can help you with Grabowski's
Great
preliminary state
big
of
black
health,
eyes.
Dr. Lawrence.
Will eat your soul.
And your head.
He said he'd be here in a few minutes.
They're not a praying mantis.
Let's wait a few minutes. I'm sure he'll be right back.
Oh, he did.
Aloha.
Conveniently placed flask.
Well, hello. I didn't see you there.
Thanks.
No, really, it's kind of dark out here. Hey, you having some trouble?
Nothing you couldn't fix, officer.
It may sound ridiculous, but could it be some form of epidemic?
It's a very tough question to answer, Jim. Now, each death is perfectly normal in itself.
Well, what about a 21-year-old boy that dies of thrombosis? Isn't that just a little unusual?
True. But there's nothing else we can attribute it to. At least that showed up in our autopsy.
You keep talking about sexual exhaustion. Javier didn't even have a history of heart trouble.
Neither did Dr. Lyons.
Or Grabowski. I don't know what to tell you, Jim. It's as much a mystery to me as it is to you.
Great.
Well, I'm going to call on the public health.
That sounds like it's about the time that you should be calling someone with,
Two men dead at Brant in the last 2 days. A little too much of a coincidence. Keep me posted, will you, Peters?
Keep him posted. I'd love to, if I knew what the hell was doing it.
Fair.
meeting will come to order, please. Captain Peters?
Thank you. Now, as you all probably know, we've had 8 deaths in the last 3 days. I've tried to compile a list here and fix the actual locations of the bodies where we found them. Let me see now. Pardon me. Yes. There have been
He's
2
a captain.
scientists, a policeman, a cannery worker, a barber, a gas station attendant, a real estate broker, and a grade school teacher. As you can see, there doesn't seem to be any occupational correlation involved here. However, there are 3 points of uniformity I would like to bring out and underline for you. 1, all the victims have been men. 2, all the men have been residents of Peckham. And 3rd, they've all died apparently, and I'd like to stress the word apparently, by overexhaustion in the act of sexual intercourse. I've asked Dr. Merger here to express his opinions to us because the possibility was thought to exist that some virulent form of venereal disease has been responsible. Dr. Merger?
Venereal disease, which, as many of you are undoubtedly aware.
Louder!
Venereal disease, which, as many of you
Louder!
are undoubtedly aware, has swelled.
That might have been the director yelling.
Has swelled
Probably.
to epidemic proportions in the United States and in Western Europe. Frankly, I have never come in contact with or heard of any form of venereal disease which could result in the types of deaths we've encountered here in Peckham. I have a theory so complex and so puzzling that even to suggest it before I have the evidence. Therefore, in the interim, let me suggest a course of action, that a curfew, possibly sundown, be set up. Now, let me put it this way to civic, union, and religious leaders in this community. I must stress the importance of total, I repeat, total sexual abstinence.
Hold it! Now just hold it right there. This is the stupidest damn thing I've heard of yet. 8 guys are dead from bawling, and you don't even know what's caused it. Now, I agree with Sam here that you guys over at Brantwood's done it.
So apparently Ballin is fucking?
Backfired on you, probably.
I would assume.
Well, let me tell you something. Me, for one, ain't going to give up a little pleasure I get from screwing my old lady, or anybody else, for that matter. Now, if we have to listen to some more crazy ideas, I'm leaving.
Yeah, all right, just wait a minute. Now, nobody is trying to legislate or dictate your private morals. Even if we wanted to, I don't think we could. All the man is doing is coming here and expressing a few opinions on how maybe we could save our lives. Now, on that basis, that isn't too much to ask. You sit down and listen, is it?
You gotta be kidding. What about that up there? Huh? You want us not to have that? Oh, yeah, you're kidding. What are you gonna do when you get home tonight, huh? What are you gonna do? Huh? Crawl in? Hey, bird.
Excuse me, Stan.
Abstinence isn't going to be anything new around here.
Well, if I were positive it was going to kill you, I'd do it.
You know those critters over at Brant, they must think...
Damn.
They think I'm going to give an order like that one to our rank-and-file membership.
You tell them,
You know, being chairman of Local 723 may not mean a hell of a lot to those brains over at Brant, but damn it, at least I got a little common sense.
Yeah, that's right.
Shoot him tonight, yeah. Now, me and you boys, we've gone along with a lot of dumbass ideas in these last couple of years, but this one takes the cake.
That's for sure.
Now, those guys, they freeze wages, and we got to lie down and take it. Well, damn it, they ain't going to freeze anything else. You guys with me? All right.
Haha, yes, here.
Nothing like a bunch of dudes all sitting in a bar together instead of being with women trying to convince each other that they fuck.
Yeah.
Mr. Braddock?
Yeah?
I'm Gretchen Grabowski. I believe you knew my late husband. Mind if I walk with you?
Well, we're a little early, but this is where Murder
It's a lot of
City
little
meets.
eyeballs.
You know, Freud said the idea of dying during or just after the sex act has an ambivalent appeal. You see, men, for the most part, have a desire for it, but on the other hand, they fear it. It's true, like, there is such a thing as psychosomatic death. Okay, let's say that the first two deaths really were genuine cardiac arrests, okay? Now, who knows what dormant neurotic fantasies that would stir up? You know what we might have here? Mass hysteria.
You don't really believe any of that, do you?
No.
Oh, they're about to get it on.
She just fucked the dead guy yesterday. I mean, like, he wasn't dead when they... Well, he might have been dead for part of the fucking. Like in Clerks?
You know, I'm not... Yeah. In Clerks.
You know, I've never kissed a cop before.
But, like, I have so many questions. Like, there's so much of the story we're missing.
Uh-huh. Like, why is Gretchen the bee if she was the guy's wife?
But, like, there's also a ton of other bees. Like, where did they all come from? What?
Why is that man being chased down?
What's that?
This is death. It's coming for you.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Shout out to another movie we've watched on this.
Jesus, it's Dr. Murger.
Oh my God, they're killing him!
Call Peters.
Just hit him with a car.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks, babe.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Any luck?
We find a Plymouth or what's left of the thing where the bridge is out in the old highway. Empty.
Empty.
Makes 9.
Makes 10.
10.
Bonnie Braddock. We found him with his pants around his ankles, dead of a massive you-know-what. All right, all right. Natives are getting restless.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Hey, look, take some of your men and find out whose car that was, will you?
Yeah, I already figured on doing that. Yeah, I know you government heroes don't expect us local yokels to be able to do anything by ourselves, but we get along all right.
Look, Peters, I know you got a job. I got a job, too.
Right.
There are now 3 men dead at Brant. Hey, Peters. Peters, I'm trying to say I'm sorry if I've been stepping on your toes.
All right. I'm sorry, too. We're uptight. You're uptight. I'm uptight. We're all uptight.
Really?
They're dropping like flies, Igor. They're dropping like flies.
They're dropping faster than flies.
They really are dropping faster. I'd be okay if they all got sexed to death too. Those nasty guys.
Yeah, hello, operator.
I
want area code 202,
yeah.
State Department 415.
Let's go, officers. Everybody, home. Come on now.
Yeah.
Just call me back.
They have it coming.
Area code 805.
Yeah.
259 9035. That's right, 9035. All right, thanks. Hey, it looks like this is gonna take a while. Won't you wait in the car?
Okay, where is it?
The lot right behind.
All right.
Be with you in a minute. Yellow. Yes, Neil Agar here. Mr. Secretary? Yes, sir. I'm sorry to wake you up, sir.
Take a baker's dozen, that's all.
Gals want to play rough, huh? Is that it?
Yes, I know Murger's death wasn't like the others, but that doesn't necessarily rule out a pattern. Yes, I know, sir. I don't know why, but I'm sure it's connected with Brent.
Oh, he dead as fuck.
I have a theory so complex and so puzzling.
Stop with the boing sounds. Why?
That is called a plosive aerophone. That is what that instrument is called. It's like a long stick that you just hit and it makes like a...
Yeah, there's a thing called it's not a mouth harp. Mouth harp's a harmonica, but there's a thing you put in your mouth that does that too.
Mm. This is... Dude, I can't even keep up. What is happening? We found a lab!
Unicorn lava lamp hand. Okay.
Those birds. Fish. Yep, little birds. Little doves.
Dick.
That is ball sack.
And whips and chains. And images from the Kama Sutra. There's a guy in there already.
He looks the same as the other guy.
He kind of does, yeah.
70s. 70s, so it's all the same hairstyle.
Joe.
I was in town tonight when they found the body. But when I got over the shock, all I could think of was all the letters he had for me. The rest is history.
How'd you meet?
I drive a truck at the cannery. We met at Herm's bar. He used to come in there a lot before we, settled down.
Where were you tonight when Murger was killed?
At Herm's, honest. I've got witnesses. I was supposed to see Henry tonight, but he telephoned and called it off. I was angry. I was hurt.
So you went over to Herm's. And you don't have any idea where Murger was tonight? None at all?
He wasn't with a man. He was with a girl. I saw them as they drove through town early this evening.
What'd she look like?
I don't know. It was too dark. She was driving his car, that's all I could make out.
You're sure, Joe?
Well, what the hell do you think made me notice in the first place?
Hey, tell me something, will you? Could he make it with a woman?
No way.
So he was gay. They're, you know what? I like the fact that they're being like really casual about the fact that he was gay and not making it a huge thing, though.
Yeah, especially for the 70s.
For the 70s, yeah.
It was just, all right, whatever.
Right. This music is so bad, man.
It's so bad that it's amazing.
I disagree. Here come the boots.
Start walking.
Hello.
Mind if I join you?
Please. How are you, Dr. Harris?
Susan will do. Where is everybody?
Dead.
Locked in their rooms, I shouldn't wonder. Being thrilled at the latest chapters of the Phantom of the Room morgue.
And you?
Well, I deal in principles of geometry, trigonometry, as in the survey.
How many fucking
I'm
sugar
afraid,
packets is she putting in?
Abstraction is more Dr. Williams' line, not mine.
Are you...
I seem to crave nothing but sweets of late.
It's too bad.
Well, what's too bad about it, Herbert?
Well, you know, that's very bad for your appetite. You see, I was going to ask you if you would have dinner with me tonight. I mean, that is, if you're free.
Oh, I'm quite free.
Oh, and now she's doing the bug rub hands together thing.
You mean you will?
Well, I must admit that since the
She didn't
curfew,
throw up on her
packing's
hands
been
first.
more boring than usual.
No, that's only
I don't
flies.
see why that should apply to us.
Yes.
Do you?
Which is disgusting.
I mean, as long as we're discreet.
So sometimes you gotta throw up in your hands to clean them, I guess.
Great.
I don't think so,
You
Chris.
up something
No.
extra special.
Well, as far as you know personally, Grabowski wasn't having an affair. He didn't have anything going on the side. No scuttlebutt around here.
Well, there was a rumor about Julie and him. It was just a rumor, not that anyone took it seriously.
How well did you know Murger?
Oh, how well did anyone know Murger? An introverted recluse. What can I tell you?
You going to Grabowski's funeral tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, he was a fine scientist. That'll be the little woman. Call it ESP. Hiya, darling. See? Now listen, I've got a summary of recovery operations tacked up on the board, so I'm afraid I'm going to be nose down and ass up for another couple of hours, so, curfew. For God's sakes, Nora, you're an eternal pessimist. Relax. Now, what should happen? Listen, darling, I gotta run. No, don't wait up, okay? Yeah, tell me later. Uh-huh. Yes, I love you, too.
It's too bad it's the last time you're going to tell your wife you love her.
Domestic bliss, Mr. Agar. They got to know where you are every second. So, where are you off to?
I'm meeting Julie Zorn.
Ooh, cute girl. She'd only let her hair down. Much too serious. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
We're about to explore the Antarctic and see what's beneath all that ice.
Yeah.
So he's essentially going to cheat on his wife. Like a scumbag.
Yeah.
There. Seems
So
to be
he
working out.
deserves to die now.
Now, tell me again what it is.
Oh, and he will,
has
because
it
she's a
coming.
B-girl.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he has it coming
Just
here.
what Peter said. We're dropping like flies. It's just a long shot.
Faster than flies, I think we said.
Uh-huh.
I could be
outnumber
wrong.
in
I could be
species
wrong.
all the rest of the animal kingdom. Insects represent the highest grade of evolution among invertebrate animals, not only in terms of their complexity of structure, but also in their psychic development.
Did they just say psychic development?
Mhm.
Okay.
Also, who eats ice cream out of a fucking cup? Eat it out of a bowl, you psycho.
It's a
I'm
parfait.
allergic to cigarettes.
And
Fuck
that is a
them and their
parfait cup.
yogurt bullshit.
Sure you wouldn't like some dessert?
I say I do like a good parfait.
No, I don't think so. See, I've got to watch my,
Just a taste.
Watch a figure. Is that what you're worried about?
I would like to point out that she said she was allergic to cigarette smoke. What does smoke do to bees?
Fuck.
It makes
What?
them docile.
well, just,
Don't do it.
It's good.
Another taste.
The visual organs of insects consist of compound eyes. The entire image an insect sees, consequently, is a mosaic made up of as many units as there are facets to the cornea. Multiple vision occurs throughout the entire insect world.
So they can't see anything.
Yeah, they can. So here's my question. How... Oh, I was like, who's looking at her?
Yeah, I was like, the fuck? That fire sounds terrible.
Yeah, it does. I was just thinking that myself. God, audio's come a long way.
I know.
The complete metamorphosis of the insect to its adult state occurs within the pupa. Finally, the worker bees tear open the milky white pupa, allowing the queen to emerge. Here, the queen has been marked with a red spot. The survival of a hive depends upon a fertile queen. Many queens are developed until one can be made fertile. During her lifetime, the queen will lay up to 20 million eggs.
That's a lot of fucking.
No.
That's a lot. That's too many mouths to feed. If I'm being real. Entirely
Yes.
too many mouths to feed.
Though they essentially feed themselves.
Examples of the female killing the male during mating are numerous in the insect world. Here, the black widow awaits the arrival of her mate, and if the male upon sexual contact is not extremely nimble, his fate is sealed. The female praying mantis not only kills the male upon mating, but even proceeds to devour him. Similarly, the queen bee mates...
She'll eat your head! You still haven't told us anything!
I have on hand.
I know, I still have so many questions.
Yes?
Your husband is in grave danger. He can't come to the phone, but he needs you badly.
Who is this?
Just do exactly as I say, or you won't ever see him alive again. Do you understand?
Yes.
There's some sort of social pattern here, but I just can't figure out what it is. Professor Norstadt's the head of the etymological department here, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's away in Europe. Susan Harris is acting head while he's gone.
I think I should have a talk with her. Thank you. I want you to go on home.
But...
No buts. You've done enough for one.
No buts.
No buts, except yours going out that door.
Plot twist, Susan's the bee.
Yeah, that's the woman who was just fucking the other guy with Dr. Susan Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a plot twist. They've made that very obvious through the whole movie.
This is Neil Agar, State Department Security. I'd like to speak to Dr. Harris, if she's there, please.
This is Dr. Harris. I'm sorry, but I'm very busy right now. Would you please come back during regular office hours?
No, it's quite important that I see you now.
All right. I'll be out in a moment.
Hello, Dr. Harris. Look, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you.
Well, I'm afraid that's impossible. We're in the middle of a very important experiment.
We, Dr. Harris?
Dr. Norstad and I.
Oh, well, then he's here?
He's in London at an entomological society convention. I'm working from his notes.
Oh, I see.
Look, Miss Jaeger, I'll answer anything you like. Just please be as brief as possible. I'm in the middle of an experiment.
Dr. Harris, how many times does a queen bee mate?
Only once,
Just once?
and only to reproduce. Once accomplished, she never mates again.
Yes, thank you, Doctor.
So she lays 20 million eggs at once, and then that's it.
No. she gets fertilized once and carries that genetic code and continues laying eggs for the rest of her life.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. So she just be fucking everybody.
She's trying to prove she can be fertilized, I guess?
I guess. Also, I'd be impressed if she could lay an egg. Ah!
Take it easy. Calm down. Come on.
Are you only wearing a lab coat? That girl's ass was hanging
so.
out.
I think that's what's happening here. That's a lot of bees.
Are they building a pupa around her and then she's going to go through metamorphosis?
Yep,
That's got to be
what it
what's
looks
going
like.
on here, right?
That's what it looks like. You could not pay me enough to stay in that room.
I'm pretty sure there's not really a person under all that. It's probably a mannequin.
I would hope.
You're clutching at straws, Agar. That's not science, that's fiction. You can count me out.
Williams, don't be so damn rigid.
Hey, take my advice, Agar. Go home. Lie down. You're showing the strain. Aren't you?
There is an iota of credibility in your theory, you know.
Just an iota.
You mean you'll help me?
What do you want me to do?
I want you to put all this in analysis form so I can send it to the State Department.
All right. All right, I'll go home and put it on paper.
I feel like there are parts
Well,
of
I'll
this
rough
movie
out some
that are
notes
cut
and
out.
dictate it. Elvira will type it up for you.
Yeah.
You know?
I wonder if this one has been edited for YouTube, because we also haven't seen...
If this forced mutation on the energy level that we're talking
There's a
about
lot of scenes that are cut,
occur,
which means, yes, obviously
should
due
be
to any
by a photosensitive
nudity or anything,
gamma
but still, I feel like that
synthesizer.
it's a little more than that gets cut. That might
Yeah,
like,
I feel
tell a
like
whole
somebody
story.
edited this badly, because we're missing lots of story here, yeah.
Radiation, which registers on a special photosensitive plate. Let's try it.
Whatever you say.
And I heard a voice from heaven saying, write Blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, for their works follow with them. Behold, I tell you a mystery. We all shall not sleep.
I
but
saw a
all be
mystery.
changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For we must all be made manifest before the judgment seat of Christ, that each one may receive the things done in the body according to what he hath done, whether it be good or bad. For we know that if the earthly house of our tabernacle be dissolved, we have a building from God, a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. Inasmuch as it has pleased Almighty God to take from among us our beloved brother, we commit his body to the earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, waiting the final resurrection of our Lord. Now may the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you and comfort you now and
There's been
forevermore.
18 minutes cut out
Amen.
of this.
Yeah.
Julie? Dr. Harris. I know what you've discovered, and I'd like to explain. It's really very simple.
I can only guess at the implications. I don't think a simple explanation will do.
Well, perhaps not. But come to my office, and I promise you that what I show you, you'll be more than satisfied with. You'll be safe. After all, you're a woman.
Crossbreeding
That felt too easy.
with other species produces a superior being. And it's a well-known fact that thousands of drones are produced for the express purpose of impregnation. They are ultimately slaughtered. Why, Dr. Harris, what are you doing here?
I've wanted to talk to you alone for some time now.
Julie.
Well, we
Took
know
you
who
long
done
enough.
it. Boing, 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 boing.
You have identification?
I have to get to Brant.
There's a Jeep down at the end of the line. You can take that.
Right.
I've got to get out of here. Hurry. Somebody stop him. Hey, you got to get out of here. Stop! Don't let him get away. Stop! Stop where you are. Hold it right there. Hold it. Go back. Stop him! Stop him!
Get out. Or I'll pull this lever and Julie will be dead.
Nobody moves.
But I still don't understand what motivated them.
Well, what Susan Harris didn't realize was that the radiation caused them to be sterile. So as a consequence, they were endlessly driven to repeat the mating cycle.
God damn. You got that?
Is she finished, Captain?
Oh, yeah, well, why don't you both go get some shut-eye? I can wrap up things around here.
Come on, I'm gonna take you home.
Hey, God. I hope I see you again sometime as a tourist.
You know what? Fair cop.
Fair. Yeah. Fair.
It's really a basic tragedy that something can become so jaded so quickly. Like Susan Harris is a good example, you know, just stretching beyond all the imagination and vanity to the point where the mind is even functioning like in some kind of a plastic paradise where nothing can really exist. It's like like to relax, for instance. I use self-hypnosis. And like I know the mind is like a computer. If I tell myself I'm going to fall asleep at a certain time, I do, no matter what. And I wake up and I tell myself positive things. I mean, it's very simple to do. Because all you have to do is program yourself. I mean, it's very easy to relax with self-hypnosis. I mean, your mind's a computer. How many times have you tried to fall asleep just before you're ready to go out? You tell yourself you're leaving at 6. Just before the alarm clock goes off, you get up. I'm really becoming
What a nerd.
Self-improvement. I mean, like, after what happened to me the other night, there's a perfect example. I'm never going to get caught off guard again. I'm going to take this course to improve my body and my mind. There's either kung fu or karate or tai chi, and I will be able to, in any given situation, to take someone like you and just flip you right over my shoulder. Just, no fair, you caught me off guard.
I'll never be caught off guard again. No fair, no fair. You caught me off guard.
What were you saying?
Shut up.
Yeah, exactly. But shit, look how she be, woman.
Really?
Bum bum. Oh my god. So where do I begin? First of all, I don't know, man. Like,
You know what? Let me say this. This is Dave from the end of the movie talking to folks at the beginning of the movie before we started watching it, potentially. Otherwise, you just get this little as a little warning at the end. We watched this so you don't have to.
yeah, I feel like the 18 or so minutes that were cut out, as I think you said it was, probably helped to tell a better story.
Yeah.
We missed a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of shit didn't make sense.
The problem is, look, if 17 minutes completely ruins your film, it's probably not that good to begin with.
Probably not good.
Like, that's, I had to get up in the theater to take a shit timing, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
I was hoping, but this is one of those, this is a thing from like 70s movies where it's this long buildup until the end of the movie when it fucking tells you what happened or what's going on. And then I'm like, okay, well, you wasted the time that you could have told us a better story. Good example of this is The Omen. The 1979 Omen is so drawn out and it's so long until you get to the end, where I think the remake of it in 2006 it was 1 minute longer, but told a better version of the story. So it's like, guys, come on. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Let's be better.
Nope. Big agree. They could have done better.
They could have done way better. And that's, I feel like, just, yeah, it was a thing that we saw.
It was a thing that we saw that we never have to see again.
Correct. Yes. And I feel like that's another movie I can warn people about to say, hey, this is a bad idea. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
Also, I might skim it to try to figure out if there's any story we missed. If there is, I'll let Chris know, and maybe he can put in a little footnote in editing if
Maybe,
there's
yeah.
anything actually important there. But I'm not going to sit down and watch the full version of it hunting for 17 minutes. It was probably clipped out here and there throughout an over hour-long film.
Right.
That's not going to happen. But, like, I might look at a synopsis or some such to try to find the missing parts of the story. Because I feel like we did miss something there. Because the whole thing was just like,
absolutely missed something.
What the fuck?
It was a nightmare, is what that was. I don't know any other way to say it. It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching with us. Yeah, I don't know what to say for that. If you guys liked our little commentary over the movie, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, hit the notification bell so you know anytime we post anything. You can find all our links in the description. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on this, and how much you hate us for watching it.
And as usual, we're sorry.